So, can you believe it? Here we are in lesson number 52. Now it's just turned December. I'm in England and I'm in the Explanar simulator using the GC2 launch monitor. We have 45 golf courses, so the great thing is I can teach my pupils indoors. Not only can I give them on a one-on-one lesson, we can also do teaching 9s or teaching 18s, which is invaluable. But we've had a wonderful summer, a great autumn, a long autumn, and winter seems to have come really late and Christmas is just around the corner. And now we're looking at January and February and March, the really tough winter months in this part of the world, in England, and April seems a long way away, and the US Masters. So how can we use that time properly? Well, it's good to give yourself a revamp of your game. At the start of the winter, you can look at your game. You haven't got any competitions to play in probably, just some winter knockouts, but medal play will be sparse. So now's the time to service your game, have a look at it, and see if you can come out in the spring ready to go. It's just like having driving lessons. If you're still thinking about operating the vehicle, you can't really be driving well on the road. And it's the same with golf. If you're thinking too much about your setup, your grip, and your swing, and technical stuff, you're not really absorbed in the art of scoring and playing. And on the golf course, that's what's important. It's not important how you swing the club, it's important what you score. If you happen to be hitting it badly, wait till you get to the practice ground. Now, I've shared on many occasions that when I started playing golf and teaching golf as a young assistant pro when I was 16, I would go out with my pupil and give them 2 or 3 lovely bits of information. Lesson 2, 2 or 3 more pieces. And the net result of that was that after about 10 lessons, the poor pupil had a 30-piece jigsaw puzzle in their head and no lid. Can you imagine doing a jigsaw puzzle with no lid? It'd be discouraging. So, you've seen this before. Here is the lid of my golfing jigsaw, 3 jigsaw puzzle pieces, commonly called setup, backswing, and downswing, which is okay, we're familiar with those phrases, but do they really explain what's happening? So, rather than calling it a setup, a backswing, and a downswing, it's a preparation, it's a creation of power, and it's a release of power. So can we just think about that? Because that's what we're going to revamp in this session. We're going to check that we're using these 3 singular buttons, prepare, call, and release, to the best effect. Most of the work is in this one. It's not fashionable to spend a lot of time working on grip and posture, but it's essential if you're going to have good results over a period of time. So let's have a look at that. When I'm hitting golf shots, the first thing that I have to check is that my pre-shot routine is up to scratch. And the pre-shot routine, as I said, it's a preparation. You're aligning your body, you're getting your body in the best possible positioning to hold the club, and as you hold the club properly, your posture and your alignment fall into place, and then your ball position. So what is it that we need first? We need good posture before you can have good grip. So I can show you that. My arms hang next to my body, I can't hold the club. I'm going to just bend my knees a couple of inches, and then if I tip from the hip, my arms swing away from my body, and I now have the chance to hold the club properly. Now, it's amazing how many people, established golfers, don't realise that the swing changes from club to club. They think the swing's identical from wedge through to driver. Now here's the 6-iron, which is middle of the bag. When I place the club behind the ball, the club maker tells me 3 things. He tells me the height of my hands. If the toe of the club is in the air, my hands are too low. If the heel of the club is in the air, my hands are too high. And of course you can see that if the toe's in the air, I'm too far away, and if the heel's in the air, I'm too near. So, when I place the club behind the ball, you can see that we're on the 18th tee at St Andrews here, and the white line to the marker post. I'm aiming the face, and the club is on its bottom. So therefore I know my height of hands, and I know the distance my hands are going to be from the ball. But this is the big one. Okay, the third thing you get from the club maker is the angle of your spine. So I tip from the hip to build my grip. This is me normal. This would be driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, 3, 4, 5, 6, and carrying on 7, 8, 9, and so on. But because this is a 6 iron, I tip from the hip to build the grip, and then I plant my feet. So it's absolutely essential to realise that a good grip cannot be formed until you have good posture. Good posture means that your body angle is sound and inclined forward from the hips at the appropriate angle for the club that you're hitting. So just get that. You can stand vertically, your spinal angle from the hip up, that'll be driver, that'll be 6 iron, and that'll be wedge. So the DNA of the golf swing is in the club. You've got 13 long clubs in the bag. The height of your hands, the distance you are from the ball, and the angle of your spine all come from the club maker itself. And when you aim the club, you actually tip it from the hip to build your posture. It's only in that environment can we start to understand a truly orthodox and sound grip.